Hello and welcome again to Fox Comics and Games in beautiful downtown Marion, Illinois, where we're checking in this week's comic book order, and these books will go on sale Wednesday, May 23rd at 10 a.m. We're checking them in, and we're going to start off this week with a lot of the restocks that have begun to come in on the trade paperbacks we sold out of on Free Comic Book Day. This is to kind of give you an idea of what all has arrived today because they split the order up into 3 shipments. So we're going to start off with East of West by Jonathan Hickman. All of the first 4 that we were sold out of are back in stock. We also have Joe Benitez's Lady Mechanicas, 1, 3, and 4 that we had sold out of those. We restocked on Volume 2 of Low by Rick Remender. We also have more of Monstrous #1, Sagas 1 and 2 that we have trouble keeping in stock no matter how many we get. They're back in. We have 7 to Eternity by Rick Remender, Volume 1 that's back in. And also Rick Remender's Tokyo Ghost is back in Volume 1. Also, Valiant Publishing, we got in more of their trade paperbacks as well for Divinity. Divinity 2 and 3. We've got in the Rye trade paperbacks. And also the Exo-Man of Wars. We should have all the Exo-Man of Wars. All the Bloodshot Hardcore. And also down here we wanted to kind of show you some of the stuff that's available. These is a deluxe hardcover edition of Valiant does a great job with this. In fact, most of the publishers do. But we got in several of those. And then also the complete first series of Uber in a slip case. Very, very nicely done. We thought we'd show those. Then on to DC's. New 52 restocks. We've got all of them in. These are just a sample of what all it is. It's about 8 boxes worth of stuff. But you can see Aquaman, Flash, Batman, Green Lantern, the Harley Quinns we were out of, which was not many, but a few. Justice Leagues, New 52. And then we also have Wonder Woman Rebirth and New 52 restocks, as well as the Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo Series 1 of their New 52 Batman box sets. Also, just as a FYI, we got in some of the Koida Bayuka Wonder Woman Justice League statues, and if you can see those, they are gorgeous. And as you can see, the sculpt on them is really, really sassy, as is the packaging has a really, really nice look to it where it shows more of the movie stuff in it, and really, really nice. So that's what came in there, as well as some Thor Ragnarok, Gladiator, Hulk, Marvel Gallery statues, and some Hermione Granger wands are in for those of you that are doing all the different wands. The Hermiones are back in stock. We start off this week with issue 4 of Barrier. Brian K. Vaughan and Image Publishing putting that out. That is issue 4. And then next up from DC, we have issue 23 of Batgirl. And as we like to do, we will show the variant covers. That is the cover of the week this week. Just gorgeous variant cover for Batgirl. And then next up, also from DC, we have issue 20 of Batman Beyond. And that's an idea of what issue 20 Batman Beyond's variant cover looks like. We got in issue 4 of Batman Sins of the Father. We'd been shorted on a previous order, so those have come in. Next up from Image, we have issue 4 of The Beef. And then next up from Boundless Publishing, we have issue 6 of Belladonna, Fire and Fury. And then from Dark Horse, we have issue 2, Black Hammer, Age of Doom, from Jeff Lemire, and that's issue 2 of that. And then there's the variant cover, which is a really cool variant cover for that issue. Then next up from Marvel, we have a very important issue number 1 of Black Panther. And then from Aftershock Comics, who've really, really gotten strong, Colin Bunn's issue 2 of Brothers Dracul. And that's been gaining in popularity here at Fox Comics and Games. Next up from Marvel, issue 20 of Champions. I will kind of put that there for you. Then, speaking of Rick Remender and Image Publishing, Deadly Class, issue 34. That's in, and a pretty cool cover on that one as well. Then DC, issue 981, Batman Detective Comics. And one of the runner-ups in our cover of the week is the Batman Detective 981 variant virgin cover. Then next up from Marvel, we have issue 390 of Doctor Strange. And then from Image Publishing, we have issue 7 of Elsewhere. And then from DC Publishing, we have issue 47 of The Flash. And again, another runner-up on the cover of the week contest we have every week. Flash 47's variant cover is gorgeous, as you can see. Issue 5 of The Further Adventures of Nick Wilson from Image Publishing is next. And also from Image Publishing, issue 8 of Gasolina. And then from DC, we have issue 45 of Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. And again, a gorgeous variant cover that are available for that as well. Also from DC, we have issue 22 of the Hellblazer. And then a gorgeous Hellblazer 22 Virgin variant cover available as well. Issue 4 of Image Publishing's Hit Girl from Mark Millar. Then next up from Marvel, we have issue 1 of Hunt for Wolverine, Mystery in Madripoor. And then also from Marvel, we have issue 717 of The Incredible Hulk. And then from Marvel, we have issue 1 of Infinity Countdown, Darkhawk. Then from Oni Press, we have issue 30 of Invader Zim. Kind of a landmark issue for Marvel, we have issue 600 of Invincible Iron Man. That one's pretty cool. From DC, we have issue 3 out of 4 total of the Justice League No Justice. Scott Snyder's turn at the Justice League, and it's been pretty phenomenal so far. Then from Marvel, we have issue 5 of Legion, not to be confused with Legion, which is something we'll discuss later in health class. Next up from DC, we have issue 4 of Mira, Queen of Atlantis. And that's been getting good reviews as well. And then issue 195 of Marvel's Moon Knight. Also from Marvel, we have issue 5 of Old Man Hawkeye. And then from Marvel as well, we have issue 40 of Old Man Logan. Then from Dynamite Publishing, we have issue 4 of Pumpkinhead. Mr. Fox's nickname in school, I believe. Next up from Image Publishing, we have issue 10 of Regression. And then from Valiant, which if you're not reading Valiant, you should be. Shadow Man, issue 3, and that's the pre-order cover. And that edition of the comic is the same price as the regular. It has additional pages of content. And then this is what the standard one looks like. So if you've got it on your pull list, you normally get the pre-order bundle. Next up from DC, we have issue 5 of The Silencer. And I think that's about Mrs. Fox. I think she was known as Silent but Deadly. Then next up from Marvel, we had issue 33 of Spider-Man Deadpool. And so that is out. From IDW, we have issue 2 of Star Trek Discovery, The Succession. And then also from IDW, we have Star Trek The Next Generation Through the Mirror, a very popular series here at Fox's. Now from Marvel, a little bit of our Star Wars segment we have this week. First up, we have issue 48 of Star Wars. Kieran Gillen's writing currently and seems to be going really, really well. And then we have Star Wars Annual number 4, also out from Marvel. Also out from Marvel, we have Star Wars Dr. Aphra, issue 20. And Also from Marvel, we have issue 2 of Star Wars: The Last Jedi. And then next up from DC, we have issue 42 of the Suicide Squad. And what will surely be quite popular variant cover of Suicide Squad 42, the Virgin variant cover there. Also from DC, we have Super Sons issue 16. And again, as we do, there's the variant cover for issue 16. Gorgeous Virgin cover there. DC also brings us issue 4 of the Terrifics, which promises the killer squid, which I think I took her to prom, if I remember correctly. IDW is up next with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Urban Legends, and that's issue 1 of that. Highly anticipated here in the store. Marvel is up next with issue 18 of Weapon X. Next up from DC, one of Mr. Fox's favorites, Wonder Woman, part of the Dark Gods run they have going. And then as we do, there's the beautiful variant cover of Wonder Woman and Supergirl enjoying some ice cream together. And then next up from Marvel, we have X-Men Marvel Gold, issue 28. And then from Valiant, we have Exo-Man of War, issue 15. That's the standard cover. And again, as we do with our Valiant pull list customers, we bring in the pre-order bundles, which gives them not only a different cover, but more content. And finally, but certainly not least this week, with the Deadpool movie going live, we have issue 4 of You Are Deadpool. So that's it for this week's order at Fox Comics and Games, beautiful downtown Marion, Illinois. Hope to see you tomorrow morning, Wednesday the 23rd at 10 a.m. Thanks.